Hi, I'm with Team TREW and we'll play 30 questions with Amar Khan.
When is your birthday?
19 September, year mat puchega.
Where were you born and how did living there influence you?
I was born in Multan accidentally because my mom was traveling with my dad to see my puppo. I have no link and I did not live in Multan. I'm a Lahori. And being a Lahori, I feel it's always a great feeling. Anyway, if your hometown is giving you a great family, group of friends, places to visit, I think those are your more priciest memories. So I love Lahore.
Where did the passion for acting come from?
I guess it's in my genes because my mom is an actor. So automatically I was always, there was this magnetic pull that I had with cinema and storytelling. So I guess the germs were born there.
What was the exact moment you realized you could pursue acting as a profession?
I don't know if this is going to sound self-obsessed or maybe, too confident, but I always knew I could act. Because I'll tell you why. So whenever I went to some shadis or some birthdays of my friends or even in university time when I was participating in theatre plays and all, I was always a group leader and I always had this great connect with the audience. So whenever you are very much comfortable with your audience and you're getting a good response, you know you have the spark to do what you want to do.
Out of all the acting roles you have done so far, which one has been the most memorable?
I think it should be Heer the Hero because this is my first comedy that I was attempting and I had written that as well, and it was this role of a Punjabi Jatni. So Punjabi is my mother tongue. So performing in your mother tongue and a comic role, it was, I guess, something very, very memorable and enjoyable.
What was it like shooting for Ada?
Adha. Adha.
Ada.
Adha. So Turhan just has a terrific way of, pronouncing that. Adha. Punjabi bana diya Adha ko. Adha was a music video. It was the first music video for Shani Arshad, the great music composer that we have in Pakistan. And one of my friends, Ali Sohail Jora, was directing that. And I think it was an absolute pleasure working with young filmmaker and team like them. And a good concept, a good storyline also. Music videos are all about fashion shots and all that, dhin-check. But that video actually had a storyline also.
What is something that everyone always gets wrong about you?
I'm a little dominating, which I am, but like it goes on and off. Where I have to be dominating, I bring that avatar also. But I guess I'm very friendly.
If you could relive any day in your life, what day would that be?
I feel it should be the first time I saw myself on a big 70mm cinema screen with my film Dum Mastam. I was actually emotionally struck and I was speechless. I thought it was a magical. Now that I'm recalling that, I still have goosebumps. So I think that's the magic of cinema, perhaps, watching that large image of you emoting and performing. I want to relive that any day, actually.
What nickname do your parents have for you?
They have some very embarrassing nicknames. My nano, when she was alive, she used to call me Makhna. तो वो मक्खन से होता है, बटर से मखना. फिर मेरी अम्मा जो है वो कभी मुझे अम्मू कहती हैं, कभी मुझे चंदू कहती हैं, तो या a lot of nicknames.
What are 5 things you would like to cross off your bucket list?
In like near future, the first thing would be making my next movie. Second, it would be I really want to play a character, maybe a biopic of Madam Noor Jahan. I'm a huge fan of Madam Noor Jahan, so I want to do that. I want to, in instant future, I want to take my mom and I want to perform Umrah with her. She's done that separately, but like we want to go together. Fourth thing would be, I actually want to try my luck at singing. I'm a little scared to do that, but I want to attempt that. तो एक्चुअली बकेट लिस्ट में कोई बहुत मटीरियलिस्टिक या कोई बहुत ट्रैवल रिलेटेड प्लान्स मेरे हैं नहीं, बिकॉज आई डोंट एन्जॉय ट्रैवलिंग अ लॉट. आई थिंक आई एम मोर गोल ओरिएंटेड. एंड lastly it would be actually making a trip to Dubai, because I have a lot of my best friends in Dubai, so I want to see them soon.
What was different about your theater play
Yeah.
as compared to the movies and shows that you shoot for now?
आपने बहुत रिसर्च की हुई है मेरे ऊपर. आई एम सरप्राइज दैट यू नो अबाउट तीसरी धुन ऑल्सो. सो द फन पार्ट इज दैट आई जस्ट हैड a guest, I won't even say a guest appearance, because at that time I wasn't an actor, a known personality. I was in my 3rd or 4th year of filmmaking, and one of my teachers, Claire Pement and Kamal Khusar, they were making this play about transgenders. So for like 1.5 2 months we had a lot of extensive rehearsals. It was about their life, their hardships, and it was a whole new universe for me to understand the kind of chaos and the kind of conflicts and intricacies they're going through in their life, and projecting that in front of a live audience. I thought we were doing it for them, so it was one of its kind experience.
What is the story behind that?
Okay. Oh, you've done too much research on me. You guys are stalkers. So Darde Dil was, the story behind Darde Dil is that it was my thesis film. And when I was graduating in my 4th year, I had this very fun story about this aged man and this young girl, and they get into this this kind of a attack by this mobster, and how they get out of it. So my first this was my thesis film that I was also acting in and directing at the same time. So this role of this aged man who was in his like 70s, I approached Salman Shahid Saab, who's one of the most legendary actors we have in Pakistan, and I said, sir, I don't have money and I don't know if I can pay you for this thesis film. We have very shoestring budgets. So he said, if your script is good, I'm going to work free of cost. And I'm always indebted to him from the depth of my heart that he did that short film. He loved his character and he did that free of cost.
Having written, produced, directed, and acted on so many projects, how do the things you've learned from each play play a role in each other?
I think with each film, drama, commercial, everything that you're opting for, irrespective of what platform, there is always a growth and evolvement. ये इंटरव्यू भी जब आएगा और इसको जब मैं देखूंगी इस सेगमेंट को, so I could actually pinpoint how to maybe relax my face muscles, or maybe at times I watch my interview and I'm just sitting like this and I'm like, no, I should be seated like this with my backbone straight. So I guess with actors, emotionally how you're emoting a role and how much subtlety and like spontaneous instinct you want to throw a dialogue, you're always learning with every project that you're doing.
Walk us through your process of getting into character.
For every character it's different. Like for Belapur Ki Diane, I'm actually quite scared watching horror films, so I'd hear a lot of horror instrumentals to get into that mood and that very kind of scary and spooky vibe, because I was playing a witch. So I did not watch a lot of things, but I listened to a lot of instrumentals of growling and all those operatic tones that would transfer me to that mood. Then with there was this character that I performed in Guggi. It was of a Hindu girl, so I had to learn how to basically deliver some of the very hardcore Hindi words. So I'd watch a lot of and hear a lot of hardcore Hindi scripts so that I get the pronunciation right. So I think it's different with each character actually.
Out of all the people that you have worked with in TV shows and movies, which actor or actress has the most interesting process of getting into character?
All of them are very blessed, very versatile, but Amar Khan is somebody who is like, when it comes to coming up with new refreshing roles on screen, I think he goes to some very maddening lengths actually to come into his characters. So he never reveals his process, but once the director says action, you can see something coming out of him.
What is your go-to pre-shoot meal?
Whenever I'm going to my shoot, I just don't feel like eating. So once I've landed on my set and I'm done with with my makeup and everything, it's then that I start eating. Right before my shot.
What's a more nerve-wracking part of the filmmaking experience for a producer? Getting talent on board or watching the first week box office numbers?
Obviously, watching those box office collections and how it's faring well in the first weekend, I think personally I feel it was one of the most nervous, one of the most adventurous and pressurizing experiences that I had gone through, because the whole industry and the whole country is suddenly looking at you, and because we are not a nation who's churning out a lot of films, we're always very skeptical about Pakistani cinema. So how everybody is ready with their weapons to attack you, that's very, very nervous.
If you could live in any time period, what
Yeah.
time period would that be?
I think in the 60s and 70s, when life was very, very simple, very basic, when you don't have to rush into things, when you have no gadgets and technology, I'd really like to be, like get my birth back into that era.
Who is your acting go-to?
There are a lot of them, but I'm a huge, huge fan of Meryl Streep. I'm a huge fan of Smita Patel, and these are these two actresses that, like, off late, I think one actress who's greatly inspired me was Frances McDormand and Viola Davis. So all these actresses has a terrific filmography.
What is the bravest thing you have said?
I'm actually quite a brave woman. So a lot of times I think I have that right courage to say a lot of brave things that I regret later on. But I guess I was very angry once and I just said, "Shut up!" And I was like at the top of my voice, and later on I was like, shit, I should not have said that in that moment. So maybe that.
What is the most embarrassing moment you had on set?
Bata दूँ? There was this spot boy who was very unabashedly just scratching himself, और मेरी नज़र उस पे गई और मैं embarrass हो गई, पता नहीं वो हुआ या नहीं.
If there were two actors you could go to dinner with, who would those two be?
Who would those two be? As you know by now that I am a Shah Rukh Khan fan, so a Shah Rukh and Fawad Khan from Pakistan.
What's the process of the Pakistani industry releasing movies on TV?
What's the process? There is no process. That is why everybody just gathers and they bombard the cinemas with all the films. One of the biggest takeaways in learning from my own film, The Mastam, that I had was that we should not be in a rush. Just because Eid is a festive occasion and you're going to have a great turnover does not mean that 6 films should be coming at a time.
Who is your hero?
Who is my hero? Like in real life or on screen? I think it has to be my amma.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I recently realized that people, when they're watching a film in cinema, they're constantly talking and making stories. So that is my pet peeve.
When you are not acting, what are you?
I think I'm either writing, mostly I'm writing, or I'm having my dance classes, or I'm listening to good music, or I'm reading. Yeah.
Tell us about some upcoming projects you have.
I recently shot for a project which is called Breaking News, and it's coming from Green Entertainment. It's a new channel which is coming, Green, and it's directed by one of the best directors and storytellers we have in Pakistan, Kashif Nisar. And it's the first show of its kind. It's entirely based on the in-depths and functionings of journalism. So I'm playing a crime reporter sort who goes into different struggling time period and all. And I feel it's one of the most challenging performances and roles I've done in my entire career. So I'm really, really, with my crossed fingers, looking forward to that.
What music do you listen to in your free time?
I'm always on old Lollywood and Bollywood songs actually. तो मेरे अंदर का ना वो एक जो वो रेट्रो इंसान है, वो हमेशा जो मेरे टाइम पीरियड के गाने, शायद वो मेरे दादा दादी के टाइम पीरियड के गाने होंगे, but I always enjoy listening to that.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to become an actor?
If you really want to become an actor, keep practicing, keep yourself hooked into that process. A lot of people are going to tell you the industry is, it's going to offer you a lot of challenges. There are no shortcuts, there are no, basically easy hookups through which you can make it. But if you really are a passionate actor, learn your craft, grow every day, and try to do as much work as you can so you can learn by watching yourself on screen.
What is the one lesson your parents have taught you that has shown to be the most valuable throughout your life?
I think my amma always advised me to follow my heart, even if that journey is having a lot of roadblocks and it's tricky. But she always believed if you're honest with your craft or with anything that you love, you should be a go-getter and you should give full commitment and loyalty to it. So I think that's the most valuable advice I've ever gotten. Hi, this is Amar at TREW. I hope with these 30 questions you got to know a lot about my personality. I had a great time. I hope you guys do.